Hi everyone, my name is Blue Gators and welcome to my 9th episode of my Shimmer and Sky survival series. The last episode, we did everything we could to get as many weapons as we could from the mimics. We got some heart crystals from Fishy, and today we're going to do everything we can to finish our health pool and get to Mechdusa. I started off this episode by giving our equipment a little bit of an upgrade and go ahead and upgrade our copper axe into a axe of regrowth, which will help us later on for herb farming. The majority of this episode had two objectives, fishing and farming. For farming, I needed the mechanical skulls, worms, and eyes so that I could go ahead and craft up the Mechdusa summon. For fishing, I obviously needed the life crystals, otherwise I wasn't going to be able to really easily survive Mechdusa's attacks later on. After enough fishing, I decided to turn all my ores down into orchithelium that I got from adamantite or titanium and decided to go ahead and break them down. I decided that I didn't really need to get full titanium armor, and orchithelium would do, for the sole fact that orchithelium also has an additional attack on it that will help make farming a lot easier and hopefully make it a little bit faster for getting the mechanical skulls. I also decided to go ahead and hunt some crimson mimics so I could hopefully get a flesh knuckle so that we can upgrade our titan glove into a berserker gauntlet, and through the berserker gauntlet we should be able to attract more enemies to our location, thus increasing how much we can kill at a certain time. So now let's explain the main goal right now. The main goal right now is to get to Mechdusa, right? Well, there are three items that we need for it. We need a mechanical eye, a mechanical worm, and a mechanical skull. Two of these I can craft at any time or any point right now. There is one that I cannot, the mechanical skull. Optimally, to make a mechanical skull, you would just head down to your local dungeon, kill some angry bones, take their bones out, and go ahead and craft yourself a mechanical skull. Well, in my world, I cannot. I don't have a dungeon. So I'm gonna have to get the mechanical skull drops from enemy drops. And I'm gonna need to make sure that I kill enough of them and get enough mechanical skulls that I can assure that I'm gonna beat Mechdusa. You see, it's not just the fact of getting mechanical skulls and fighting Mechdusa. I need to get enough of them. Because if I kill the Skeletron part of Mechdusa without killing the twins or the destroyer part of it, I can no longer summon Mechdusa the moment I run out of mechanical skulls, which made me go into overdrive to farm as much as I possibly could. With that, I decided to go ahead and expand our jungle a little bit better, so we had a better opportunity to get some mechanical skulls, as the jungle tends to have a higher spawn rate. Before that though, I decided to go ahead and start farming the underworld corruption. I wanted to make sure that I could get some corruption keys, and I also noticed that there just seemed to be a better spawn rate, at least from what I currently had, in the underworld corruption. And I managed to finally get the corruption key, guys. Let me tell you, I was more stoked about this than anything else that I've done so far in this playthrough. Knowing that I have the corruption key means I'm going to be able to unlock that chest whenever I deem fit. I was stoked. After finishing the grind and getting the corruption key, I was super excited, so I decided let's take it down and let's get the remaining 3 heart crystals that we needed to put our health up to finally 400 HP. And I did it. I did it. After getting 600 Master Bait, after consuming at least 40 to 50 Sonar potions, probably 100 crate potions, we finally got all the titanium crates, all the heart crystals that we needed. Guys, we are officially ready to boss and complete this game. After going ahead and getting all those heart crystals, I decided, you know what? I'm a really good guy. I'm really good at fishing. So let's go ahead and try taking on the major fish himself. Let's try to kill Duke Fishron. So I made myself a nice little pool at the end, extended the jungle all the way to the left side of the world, and I went ahead and summoned him in. And he totally did not rip my face off as soon as I did so. Now, I get a feeling at this point that a normal person would be like, you know what, I don't have enough power to beat Duke Fishron right now. Probably best to just leave it for another time. But not me, not me. I decided, you know what? Because Duke Fishrod embarrassed me so well back there, I'm going to try another method. I'm going to try to outspeed Duke Fishron this time around. Surely he is not faster than a unicorn mount, right? Surely I will do something really good and just absolutely murder him while on the back of a unicorn, right? After getting embarrassed and eviscerated, I decided to repurpose the Duke Fishron arena so that we could potentially use it as both a farming platform for some mechanical skulls, but also use it as a fighting platform for Mechdusa when we are finally ready. Okay, enough is enough. Look, I've been farming for a mechanical skull for the last 4 hours now, and I have yet to get a single one of them. So I did what any reasonable person would do, having an unlimited amount of wild mushrooms and unlimited amounts of just extreme amount of rotten chunks. I decided to make as much worm food as I possibly could, and I killed the Eater Worlds until its ancestors didn't understand what was happening. I made sure that the entire existence of the Eater Worlds is completely gone. And let me tell you guys, this worked absolutely phenomenally. This got me my first mechanical skull past the one that you saw in the last episode. And just for a tally so you guys could see how ridiculous I had to go, I got 10 mechanical eyes, 7 mechanical worms, and only 3 mechanical skulls. I actually got 6 corruption keys before I got a single one of those mechanical skulls. That's how ridiculous that was. And with that, guys, there is only one thing left to do, and that's to fight. Let's do this. Guys, I was so close here. I almost had Spazinator down. I almost had Retinazer down as well. I was really close to having a first run kill of Mechdusa. By the way, this is my first time ever fighting Mechdusa in like any playthrough. I've never played Get Fixed Boy like all the way through, so being able to try him out and see how she does, I was really proud of myself at where I went. But I learned a couple of things. Number one, my arena needs to be a little bit bigger. And then number two, I need to select one weapon and stick with it. In this case, I selected the Daedalus Stormbow. I thought it was the most preferable weapon out of all of them. The Dart Rifle is really good, the Gatligator is really good, but realistically, the Daedalus just does too much damage to ignore, so I will be switching to the Daedalus Stormbow for this next fight. Well, I'm going to go ahead and step on in here real quick. Guys, because Mechdusa ended up losing the twins, at this point, the fight is over. And here's why. Skeletron is unable to do its spin attack, which gives it a speed boost when it uses it, because it's attached to the destroyer. So right now, all I have to do is do enough damage to the destroyer to bring it down using the data list and combined with some cursed bullets as well. But as you guys can see, right now Mechdusa is completely defanged. It has literally nothing it can do. I have enough time to just kind of just walk around and do what I want to. So I switched over to crystal bullets and used the AoE damage from it to go ahead and bring the destroyer down so we can go ahead and finish this fight. Also, for some reason, when the destroyer got destroyed, the Skeleton Prime was still unable to use its special attack. I think it's because of those two probes that you see on the screen right now. I got a feeling that if I destroyed those probes, that Skeleton Prime would be able to use its special, but still never was able to. So I was quite happy with that. So, note for anyone that's looking at beating this boss, the moment you defeat the twins is the moment the fight is over for you. Upon opening my first bag, I managed to get the full developer set, included the vanity set, and managed to get some wings as well. Awkwardly, I also got the red set as well, so I had no idea which one I should have worn at the time, but I decided to just keep with the one I got because I really like the wings that I got from the previous developer set. I didn't notice it either, but I also managed to get a yo-yo as well. I was so excited about that yo-yo because I knew that that yo-yo is a ever-spinning yo-yo. So I decided, well, let's go ahead and take this yo-yo and let's go see if we can't find a little Plantera bulb and try it out. Before that, though, I decided to go ahead and craft up some hallowed armor because who wouldn't use hallowed armor because of the dodge chance. I also decided to shimmer the rest of the mechanical skulls so that I could go ahead and make a void bag so I could finally have a more organized inventory. Okay, so I was not expecting this whatsoever, 100%. I came here just to test the yo-yo, the waffle iron, and just some of the other items that I managed to get from the mechanical bosses. I did not intend on actually finishing Plantera and actually beating it, but I did. I came out of this fight really good, feeling really great about myself, and now we're ready to fully go into the game and really finish up the last 3 bosses. And with that, guys, we are going to go ahead and call this an episode. We made a major amount of progress today. We have full HP. The mechanical bosses are done. Plantera is over. There's only 3 bosses in our wave right now. The Golem, the Lunatic Cultist, and finally the Moon Lord itself. And I can guarantee that by either this next episode or the episode after, this game will be done. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.